We've assembled a tremendous panel of drivers to speak to this afternoon, and we'll take them one by one for protocol purposes. So let's, first of all, speak to Toyota Gazoo Racing's Kazuki Nakajima, who's already scooped both overall wins this season, with his teammates Brendan Hartley and Sebastian Buemi in the Toyota number 8 GR010 Hybrid. So Kazuki, it's great to see you here. Thank you for coming.
Good to see you. Okay.
You've had a perfect start this season from results perspective. 2 wins at Spa and Portimao, which is really good. But you've had to fight hard for those maximum points. How are you assessing the first phase of the campaign so far?
Well, yeah, first of all, good afternoon, everyone. And the start of the season has been quite good for our car, but it has been very challenging. The racing in Spa, obviously, car 7 had a bit better race until they had a bit of issue of going off, and also the fight between us and Alpine has been very close in Spa and in Portimao, so it has never been easy win, but I'm happy that we managed to clinch the win for twice in a row. But it's only the start of the season, and now we are in Monza, and then we are heading to Le Mans, so a lot more challenge is coming.
Monza is obviously a test of straight line speed and how you can manage the traffic around the circuit through the chicanes. It's also quite tough on brakes. Is it a relevant track to come to in order to build a solid bit of ground and data for Le Mans next month?
Yeah, for sure. I think Monza, as this track layout, it's going to be very good preparation for Le Mans. And there's some similarities here in Le Mans. So it's really nice to have this race just before Le Mans. And on the other hand, we had some track walk this morning, and I've raced here. I've driven here in 2017 with a TSO 50, so I kind of knew it, but I was again a bit impressed with how narrow the track is, and it's gonna be quite tricky to manage the traffic here, and to avoid the contact at all in the race.
What's the key to a quick lap around Monza? And Kazuki, how does a hypercar compare to the old LMP1 when you're running in that low downforce configuration?
Well, compared to LMP1 car, I don't know exactly how much downforce we have compared to LMP1 cars, but relative to what we had with our low downforce package with the TSO 50, it's the downforce level we have. It should be higher, in a way. So but still, the brakings are very challenging, and there's some high-speed corners. And as I said, it's very narrow here. So to manage the traffic, it's key to win the race, I think.
The very best of luck. Thank you very much. We'll let you disappear just now.
Okay. Say it. Okay.
No, thank you very much, Kazuki.
Okay,
thank you.
Yeah.
Up next, we will have Juan Pablo Montoya, who is racing for Dragonspeed. As Juan Pablo makes his way onto the stage, it's fabulous to see Juan back at the Temple of Speed. Welcome to Monza, Juan. How are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's working? Okay.
Yes, how are you, Juan?
I'm doing good. All good.
It's great to see you. You've had some great memories here. Your first victory was almost 20 years ago here in Formula One. How much do you enjoy this place and racing as what it stands for as a whole?
I think it's been always a lot of fun. Actually, this is the first time, last weekend was the first time I've driven here outside a Formula One car. So it was, I would say it's a little slower and a little different, put it that way. Tracks change a lot more bumpy than it used to be. As always, they seem to get, all the tracks seems to getting wider and wider with curbs everywhere. So that, when you come from America, and the last few years I've been racing a lot in America, the track limit is really the corner exit where there's a small curb and there's grass. So here they put a curb and then more curb and a little more curb and a different type of curb and then another curb and then a sausage. And I find it, kind of, I don't know. Let's say I don't agree with it.
You like the old school way that the track...
Well, I mean, if you build a track and that's the limit, that's the limit. You put gravel, you put grass, you go wide, you go off. that simple.
How are you reading the LMP2 class this year? We'll move on. How are you reading the LMP2 class? Because it's massively competitive out there. And what obviously are your aims and the objective of the team?
With the Pro-Am class, we had 2 podiums in the first 2 races. And, the idea is to try to start getting some wins. I think we've been in positions to win the races and we kind of thrown them away. We made some mistakes and it's been kind of painful to say that we thrown away some good results and some penalties. So we're really looking forward to a clean race. The other thing that it's been really interesting is we've been doing a lot of work on the car, doing a lot of changes on the car. And it's been nice, developing the car for me. That's probably one of the things I enjoy the most is part of the development, make the car better and try new things. And it's been a lot of fun. It's tough sometimes because, the Europeans especially, they're always, no, this is the way. And I'm like, no, that's not the way. We need to try something else because it's not working. So I don't mind butting heads a little bit as long as we get the job done.
There's been a lot of talk about grip differences in the LMP2 class this year. What do you make of the differences and the rule changes that have been put in place?
What grip? It's crazy. The downforce level for me, I don't mind. I think the cars slide around a little bit. The tire makes it difficult because it's such a hard tire that it becomes really inconsistent. And Goodyear is in a difficult situation because that's what the WEC wants. That's what the tire they were asked to build, and they're doing the best they can with a little bit with the hands tied to the performance they want to get out of the P2 car. But it's everybody's in the same boat, so we all got to figure it out, and it's interesting. It makes it tough because it seems like the working window's small. So we keep finding new things on the tire, and some teams are 2-car teams, so they can develop a little quicker. We're being a single-car team, makes it a little harder. So we're getting there.
Juan, it's great seeing you back here at the Temple of Speed. Thank you very much, and good luck for the event itself.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. So as Juan leaves the stage, next up we will say ciao to the first of our home heroes. It's going to be Jimmy Bruni from Porsche. And Jimmy, a man who was here just last weekend at the ELMS round. Jimmy, do you think that will give you a little bit of an advantage, some data in the bank and very similar, hopefully, weather conditions?
Yeah, for sure. I was here. It was the weather was similar. Looks like similar also for this weekend. So quite hot and humid. What you expect normally in Italy in July. Obviously, I'm really delighted to be here in the WEC and able to attend in this race as Italian driver. Last week was an intensive race, difficult for our car. We had the contact when my teammate was driving, so it was not the best result. So we tried to have a better result this time.
They say there's nothing like a home race, though, and you must be really excited about the race at Monza this weekend, although you'll probably be wanting to silence the Tifosi a little bit on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Racing in a home race is always very nice, very good. Looking forward, and it's a lot of history in this track. I started here when I was on 98 in Formula Campus, so it's nice that I was able to race here in Formula One in all the category in 1,000 kilometers in the past, and now in WC. It's something really, really good. I'm really happy.
It has been a tricky start to the season for you, but you have got some useful points on the board. What was the debrief like in Portimao, and what areas are you looking to try and improve on the number 91 car?
Yeah, it was not a smooth starting of the season for our 91, but this is part of the game. This is a sport, this is racing. You have to move on and try look forward for the next races that is here. It's already. We start in a few hours the weekend. Of course, in Portimao was a bit of disappointing, a bit of hard discussion after the race, but it's part of, like I said, part of the game. We are in one boat. We win, we lose together.
And what are you expecting to be the major factors this weekend? What, for Sunday's race, are you guys in the 91 car really focusing on?
We will try to have the tires under control, and like it's called this track, temps of speed. We will try to get the best out of it in terms of speed, lap time, and top speed.
Jimmy, we wish you the best of luck as we do for everybody else. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you in FP1.
Thank you.
As Jimmy exits the stage, we will say hello to Team WRT Ferdinand Habsburg. Ferdy, it's very good to see you up on the podium there. And a couple of weeks ago you were on this side of the camera, but you're now back to being a racing driver. So you've enjoyed some fantastic battles in the LMP2 at Spa and Portimao. But a fair bit of misfortune has come the way of your team. What's the mood like inside for you guys? Because it's an amazingly close and competitive championship.
The mood in the team, you mean? Well, it's not my first season with WRT, so I got to know them really well last year in DTM, and I'd say that we kind of became a bit of a family there because it was such an intense season when everything was compressed after the first lockdown. So spent so much time with them last year intensely, it became like a very intense girlfriend that we loved, and we had bad moments, we had really good moments too. So that's turned into like a flourishing relationship now, and we just kind of enjoy it a lot. Or at least I do, but. It's just got to keep up the good work that we're doing. It's the first year for WRT in WEC, and the same it's for me. So trying to use everything that we've got at our facilities, which is a lot. So I can see the uphill climb becoming steeper and better.
Everybody likes a little bit of love, so that will go down very well. What are your feelings on the way that yourself, Robin and Charles are gelling so far? Is there almost a sixth sense that you know what is needed and you can almost talk and not talk and see how the car will improve?
I think me and Robin know each other quite well. I know him since when I was in Formula 3 and over the last couple of years in DTM, so I have a really good working relationship with him. He's also quite a funny character, so easy to get on with. Charles, on the other hand, we both don't know, but he's got a lot of experience in prototype, so that's been a huge help to us. Sometimes when me and Robin would try to focus on something a bit too much, maybe DTM style, he could really, put his foot down and make okay, this is not important right now. We've got to focus on this. So it's been a really good mixture. I'd say I stand out a little bit when it comes to height. So I'm a little bit taller than my teammates, a little bit heavier, so I've got to put in a bit extra work and squeeze in a bit more into the car. But in the end, it's all cozy and we get on really well.
We also saw you this morning taking in some of the iconic scenery around Monza. You were on the banking. What's it like to go up there and get the usual tourist pictures?
It's really steep. Yeah, it's steep. Normally I'm already quite sweaty at that point because we've done a long track walk, and it's July, so it's quite hot here. Normally in Monza, when I was racing here, it was always like in F3. We would always come here like in end of season or start of season because of the weather conditions. But now it's the first time I'm racing sort of real summertime, so it's definitely got my sweat on. The old banking is just such a traditional thing. If you don't take a picture there, I don't even know if you were really in Monza.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good luck for the event itself, and we'll look forward to seeing you in FP1.
Cheers.
So as Ferdy pops off for a quick bottle of water, we will now get another one of the hometown heroes onto the stage. It's Roberto Lacorte from Cetilar Racing. And it's been a great start to the year for the guys in Cetilar. And Roberto,
yes.
Welcome Roberto.
Thank you very much.
You're on the back of an excellent first WEC victory in Portimao. The joy in the pit lane was good to see for everybody. So there must be a really good feeling around your team just now heading into Monza this weekend.
Yeah, for us this appointment is a very important appointment. Apart the pressure that I'm feeling around me, because you can understand that a lot of tifosi around our team, a lot of expectation, because we started very well with the first two races in the WEC, and we have to be consistent in this race without think at top or spike of performances. So our goal is to gain points and to maintain our position in the classification. We have all the components, we have all the items to do this performance. So we have to stay calm and be consistent for this very important appointment in Italy.
Now, this is a home race for you and the team. Does that give you an extra bit motivation to make the Tifosi sing, to make the Tifosi wave on you from wherever they are watching from?
Yeah, sorry, can you repeat that?
It's a home race for you and
Yeah, yeah.
the team. Does that give you extra motivation?
Yeah. This is a home race. Then is the first time after a lot of time that we can come back in Monza. This means a lot for us. We know very well the track, but in this time we have a lot of numbers of competitors, so the race will be very, very tough. Very good competitors, a lot of cars, 16 cars in GTM is the category, the main category in terms of competition. So this gave us a lot of pressure.
And another 9 of those cars will be Ferraris, so there's 10 Ferraris out there in total this weekend. But looking back on the switch from LMP2 to LMGTE AM for this season, are you comfortable with the decision the team have made, and are you having more fun out there?
Yeah, we are very, very happy about this decision to change the cars. We followed what Amato Ferrari suggests us, and I believe a lot in Amato Ferrari. He suggested to do this change, and this was the right decision so far. Then the category is very, very funny. The car is funny. And race working for the main position, the top position, is different instead of race without no chance to do a good job. We races with Dallara. Dallara is not the best car to race in LMP2. Oreca is completely another story. And so we are happy. We want to demonstrate what our team deserves, and so our start was the best way to demonstrate our possibility to do the good job.